no, we can't do any sub orders because everybody fucking deployed because it wouldn't let me know. I'm gonna click that. And then I'm gonna pause it. And I'll watch it later. But let's go. So here we are in Ranshan. Fuji-san. Great. So here's a weird dude with a very liney face. He's Kirihara, head of Kirihara Industries, and he's got Area 11 Sakura mining industry in his grips. And he and Elgin are talking about Todo and his lieutenants joining the Black Knights, which make it the de facto center of Japanese resistance. Is this another one of your plays, Boatman? Or should I say, Elgin Roddick? Spits Kirihara. And Elgin just replies, as always calm and collected, that it was all Zero out there. And both men know that Zero won't stop until Britannia falls. Kirihara doesn't know. He doesn't know that, unless what Roddick said is true about Zero being a boy that he's quite familiar with. He changes the subject though and reminds Elgin that it would be more than just a scandal if it got out that the World Peace Council chair was in cahoots with the rebellion. And Elgin returns that it'd be the same for Kirihara, who leads both the Britannia overseeing new Japanese government and through the shadow corporation called Kyoto, the Japanese resistance. So, with them finishing their exposition, back to talking about Lelouch. Kirihara wouldn't be surprised if Zero really was that boy. He knows he had very good reasons to hate Britannia and his father, and Elgin Elgin Roddick asks Kirihara to help the resistance, but Kirihara wants to know what Elgin's sticking his neck out for, and Elgin just says he needs Zero to ensure the future of humanity. It's not Japan's future he's eldered in. He says Japan's part of humanity, and then he hangs up. Kirihara doesn't doubt that Elgin has selfless interest in heart, but that's what makes him such a mystery. And here's Kagura, the real head of Kyoto. She figures that Kirihara knows who Zero is, but he can't tell her. But that's quite alright, she says. What she would like to know is where his path will lead, especially after seeing what happened at Narita, and what goes on beneath his mask, she says, looking Kagura Noriega. And here's the student council, and like all of them. Callan is there, and so is Louise and Relena, and they've all gathered for Shirley's father's funeral. And Callan is like, I'm sorry. And Shirley is like, what are you apologising for? Then Rival says, I'm sorry too, for ever thinking the Black Knights were cool. Even when the battle first came up on the news. And Millie just wants to make sure that Shirley has cried everything out. And she's just like, it'll just hurt more if you try and hold it all in. Shirley's cried a lot, but Suzuku's mad as fuck about everything. He says Zero's a coward who manipulates others into fighting and then takes credit as the hero, leaving suffering in his wake. And he says he won't change anything like that. There's no point accomplishing anything by the wrong means. And Luce just sits silently. And as all his friends leave, he wants to just sit by himself. Alone. And then C2 comes over and says, you're sorry for getting your friend's dad killed? Quiet. What? Do you think this was a game? You already killed dozens by your own hand or by your orders. Quiet. They had families too, and lovers, friends. Don't tell me you didn't know. Is this as far as you're willing to go? Shut up! Of course I'm willing. I killed Clovis, didn't I? So what's different now? Or did you lose your nerve when she forced a kiss on you? Ugh. And you made all those promises too. Guess you're just another boy running his mouth. You can't waver or stop anymore. I thought this was your new reason to live. Don't fail me. Yeah, like they've got the clamp design where it's like they're just meant to be beautiful boys and they're not supposed to draw anything else, so all their characters do end up having the same face. I would recommend watching Yujo Senki, if nothing else, because it's like so completely different to anything else. It's difficult to say if you like this, you'll like this, or if you don't like this, you won't like this. It personally wasn't for me. Like when I read the first chapter of the manga, it wasn't for me, but like, it's wild, that's for sure. Quattro is also down for getting innocents killed, and Crow is determined not to let it happen again. And he's like, we're fighting Britannia, not Britannians. But that's not up to us, and Wu-Fei's not convinced that Zero will make it happen again. Zero held back to draw out Cornelia, and he knew that if the Black Knights had been fighting for real, he could have saved all those soldiers. He may not have known about the civilians, but he deliberately sacrificed the soldiers to show off his miracle. He says to him, all of those soldiers except for Todo were worthless. But as much as Wu-Fei doesn't want to go, I told you so, we have to admit, as terrible as Zero's plan was in terms of the sacrifice and stuff, it worked. Crow suggests that we act as the brakes on Zero. We need him to liberate Japan, and as Zexis to wage war against the Imperium. And on the way, we have to contend with all the power-hungry nations, terrorists, and aliens. And he says, so maybe you're right. Maybe Zero's little crusade is just a cover for whatever his real plan is. If he wants to use us, we're going to use him right back. We're going to make him be a real honest hero and keep him from pulling any more Naritas. If he tries to say it was to avoid losses, we'll go back and win straight up without losses. If we can't get that far, we're screwed against the Imperium anyway. And all the Gundams like, damn dude, holy shit, you're actually pretty cool. And Wu-Fei in particular is like, wow, I thought you were just a flake. And Crow says, well, don't forget, I'm still way deep in debt. I can't afford to get pushed over easy. And then Tro asks the important questions, but what if we can't stop Zero? Says the answer's obvious. And Crow's like, I hope it doesn't come to that though. And then Duo's like, well, look at that, Kiriko. It's the team we're going to be working in. Might even be worse off than Celestial Being. But Kiriko just says, suit yourself. And Crow wants to know what Kiriko's ideas are anyway. And Kiriko just says, I'm a soldier. And I will neutralize my enemy. No more, no less. And then he's there and people keep pushing him on his goals, his agenda, and he doesn't answer. And then, internally, when he gets all noir, as they spoke, I reflected on the fight I had been fighting since I deserted my squad. I'd been fighting without ever thinking why, but there it was in my mind, as if gleaming faintly in the dark. That woman I first met on the asteroid Rid, and again on the battlefield. Somehow, she'd become the only thing that had any meaning for me. Man, fucking dude. It's wild. Speaking of, here we are, here's the dudes. So, here's Boro, and here's Phantom Lady. They've got orders from Britannia to root out the Black Knights from the Shinjuku Ghetto. Boro tells Phantom Lady that Kiriko will be with them, and they'll roll her out if they have to. She reacts with shock, and these guys not noticing Commander to kill him for real this time, and failure will not be tolerated. And, speaking for the first time, she just says, no. Like, no? What? What? And she repeats it, no. And Boro's like, oh, Proto One. But it's like, nope, it's fine. Whatever. She has to dismantle his AT and bring him back alive. She's not going to kill him. And Iskui at the top there adds that they won't kill him either. And satisfied, she goes to prepare. Still, the perfect soldier, built to be better in body and soul, just refused an order. Boro remembers that they found some unusual readings in her brain scan, like some sort of image. When they translated the image to the display, they found Kiriko. He was the first one to open her pod, the first thing she saw, and his face has been imprinted onto her mind when it was a complete blank, before training, conditioning and everything. Even so, she is a perfect soldier, they can still use her for all she's worth. The only condition is that they never ask her to kill Kiriko. And the only way they can see around that is they kill him themselves. Proto 1 should be able to capture him just fine, and then they can pin terrorism charges on him and execute him. Don't worry about it. With that out of the way, Proto 1 will be a flawless, perfect soldier. And in the Shinjuku Ghetto, Villetta, she's dragged Shirley out to it, and she's investigating the Black Knights. And she may have a clue as to an identity of their leader. She shows a picture to Shirley, and it's Lelouch. Villetta has no proof that he's connected to Zero, and she hasn't escalated it anywhere else in the military. But first she wants Shirley, the suspect's friend, to help her investigate him. And despite knowing that Zero killed her father, she's like, Zero? But, like, she's not sold on this, but Villetta reminds her that it's all in service of Charles and the Emperor and his country. And for her own protection, Villetta's going to give her a gun. Of course, there's more to this than meets the eye. Villetta suspects that Zero will have to tip his hand if Shirley gets involved. She's convinced he has some way of altering people's memories. Unlike Jeremiah, who just lost his status and reputation, she has the ruthlessness to turn her situation into an opportunity. And that's why she's going to get this done all by herself. And this is scenario 25, Connections or Bonds. And here we are in the ghetto again. Let's launch all of the nerds again. So we're going to defend ourselves from the enforcers that Deetheart warned us about, but Callan's a bit... Zero gets in touch with her on a private line to ask if she really does doubt him, and she's like, I just don't know if we did the right thing, Narita. Can we change the world if we fight like that? And Zero says, that's exactly why we cannot hesitate. Whatever we do, even if they judge it as monstrous, we must win, even if we must be villains, even if we must spill even more blood, so that the blood already spilled is not wasted. But he says he will not have soldiers unwilling, so he offers Callan a chance to turn her back on him and leave before she gets some more blood on her hands. And she says that she'll fight by his side. And he says, thank you, Callan. And she's like, hell yeah. Callan and Kiriko aside though, Zero knows that the Gundam boys have been distancing themselves from him, and they won't make a move against him directly as long as they're part of the fight against Britannia, but he needs to keep an eye on them. And DR just talks shit because he sucks. Here we go! Yeah, it's the Gundam boys, and we've got 5 turns to kill everybody. Surely there won't be any surprises here. This poor shit tortoise. Beaten plenty of ATs in battling. The battling. That dude's fucking dead. Terrain's awful. I hate it. Yeah, get the strongbox. With this Gurren, I will show the world my power. Blammo! I do not know that Zero is Lelouch. Villetta's just got her suspicions because she's a smart lady. So fucking murdered that dude, cut him in half, and then he blew up. Proto 1 shows up, and he was like, Kiriko no Stalker. Kiriko's stalker has come out. Zero reminds Kiriko that he's assigned to his defense, And Kiriko just says that she'll be after him, and if he stays close, it's more likely that Zero will be caught in the crossfire. So Zero's like, fine, you have permission to engage. And it says we win if we take her out, but that's not true. It just is the next bit. Garbage. It's got a fucking... Why not just let me shoot a gun? Why give me a shit attack? It's okay. Quadra's meant to be flying. Yeah, Quadra's flying, so he can move okay. Giving myself a pretty bonus. Helicopters and tanks, let's get them. Fuck up that shit car. Nani? What? This happened? How? Buh? Me and police. These two idiots. I hate them. These two jokers. Oh yeah, we're almost sure. Again, the man's too far away to do anything, and also sucks. Yosh! Fuck you, Ogi. For real, fuck that dude. If you want to get grenade launched, yeah, go on. 11, mate. Goddamn demon. Yeah, Clamp do definitely have a Clamp face, where their guys do look a lot the same facey, but at least they're not Hirai face, where that man's been been ordered and told to draw the same face over and over again, non-stop, forever. And this lady's just gonna murder them all. really don't need the radiation wave, the fucking helicopter lady. Time for the Iron Claw. Callan is now King of Hearts, I'll say. Got the whole goddamn God hand, let alone God finger. Then all the cars are dead. Yeah, you give him the miskills. Now I believe the only enemy left is her. Yep, the British dog. I think Kuriko internally. What's this feeling? She has me targeted, but I sense it's not as an enemy. What do I want with this woman? If Crow was down here to fight us, he'd go, those reflexes are off the scale for a human, and she's got a custom AT. Just who is she? Let's try that again. Got him. Nice work, Tordor. And we get a Jujurium chip. Which gives you loads of mobility. She books it, and Kiriko chases after her. She starts shooting wildly, and once again, they fall through a hole. Suzuki then shows up with a bunch of nightmares. Lloyd taunts Suzuki and like half seriously that it's his chance to prove his loyalty to Britannia by taking up arms against the Black Knights, despite being an 11 himself. And Suzuki's like, I cannot allow Zero's methods to continue. And then here's Lloyd with, Suzuki, it's probably not the time, but I've got to ask. You don't like seeing people die, but you're a soldier. What is that? I'm a soldier because I want to keep people from dying. Gonna be the death of you one day, kid. Onslaught, engaging. And Zero knows that the White Knight's gone in for him, and he orders his men to forget about Kiriko and defend him. And Shirley's watching, going, "Dude, what am I gonna do? That dude killed my fucking dad." And they fell through a hole. Always with the holes in the floor. The great, you're 100 years too early to deal with me, the great duo. Sorayo. Gotcha. Impossible. A man with a big scythe chopped me up today. Get him, Gotcha. I mean, your missile's not going to do it because you're a punch man, not a shoot man, but you might do alright because they're tiny. Thanks, Sandrock. How dare you, a terrorist! Leave him alone, he sucks. Stop trying to give him experience. Fuck Ugly, I'm not even gonna look at him do an attack because I hate him. Piece of shit. I'm glad he's dead. Just gonna... So, Duo's just gonna spin around. And they're just gonna walk into the meat grinder. There's wings in the next game. I don't know about that. Look at him. Kotra's so beautiful. He's got the heart of space. 40 Arab men. I forgot that I didn't give him the ultra kill because he's the defender raider. But he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Quattra's a good boy. I don't hear a word against it. You fucking asshole. This is this dude. Okay, White Knight, if you want Zero, you gotta go through me. I'm on Zero's side. I'll cast aside all my doubts and regrets. Duo's the ladies' man? I don't know if Duo's really a ladies' man. I mean, he marries Hildy, but then she becomes Queen of Mars and bans him from Mars. But still also refuses to divorce him, so he can't. So he's just fucked forever. Because Hildy's good. Blammo! Kay wishes he was the #1 ladies' man. He wants to kiss every lady in the world, but I don't know how successful he's been. Considering he falls through a fucking hole. Oh, real mature. And now we got Lucia and Suzuku doing like a fucking musical. Why do you keep interfering with my plans? Why do you keep spilling blood needlessly? If only you weren't here. It's all because of you! But like, they weren't talking to each other, they were just talking to themselves. But like, it's like something out of a fucking musical. Wee. He's got a buddy. Yeah, let's get the boy. A brand new Special Forces nightmare, huh? I'm taking your data home to the chief. The steed's go, looks like a wild one. Hats off to the guy who can ride it. But he sucks. So I'm gonna attack him with the knife again. Okay, Zero. You can do it. I believe in you. Brap. Dang it! If it was Toto, if he fought Toto go, that nightmare must be Toto's. And Toto go, I know those moves. Is the pile of that nightmare frame? Boo! But we defeat him. He sucks. Give him my SR point. We did it. Suzuku's not done yet though. Goes wild on the Varai and disables it. Charlie goes, the controls! And he falls down a hole. But the Lancelot's just about had it too, so he leaves. And another platoon of nightmares rolls in. We're like, well, I guess we better hold out until Zero can be saved. And then this fucking loser, this goes, sad, Zero, but you and C2 just don't belong together. Show her brand new Australia. And here's Kiriko and Phantom Lady falling through a hole. Both their ATs are over. Like, they're done, but they can hear the sounds of battle going off topside. She takes off her mask, and our sway doesn't kill her. And he says, "Why don't you kill me?" It's like, great, no one's killing anybody. Then he asks her name, and all she can offer is Proto 1. He goes, "That's not her name. It's the only one I know." Kiriko reflects that this is their third meeting, but the lady says she's been watching him always, and he knows that she's been ordered to take his life. And by Iski and Boro, and he says, "Why don't you kill me?" "I don't know, but I don't want to fight with you." She asks what she is and what was going on Rid, but no answers. A policeman comes to murder Kiriko and take Proto 1 back, and Kiriko runs and is like, "I'll see you again, Kiriko." And then, in his noir inner monologue, "The woman that had changed the course of my fate was no longer my enemy. I felt like I was slipping ever deeper, but I was also surprised at myself. I ever wished for something as much as I now wish to keep living." It's fucking deep. Shirley then comes across an unconscious Zero with his nightmare. She remembers the gun she's got and considers taking the chance to avenge her dad. But then, the mask falls off, and it's Lelouch! And Valletta comes in, and he's like, "Gotcha." She knew the student she was investigating was a lead, but she never imagined that he was actually the man himself. But whatever, this is her ticket out of the knighthood into the nobility. She promises Shirley that she'll have a hero's place in the tale too. But Shirley's got her gun and says, "Get away from Lulu!" And then she shoots. And then Azavella's like, "Damn, you shot me." And as she fades into unconsciousness, her last words are, "She must inform the Viceroy." And that's that one. Get anything good? Oh yeah, the Jujurium chip, which is a good mobility. But I don't care about any of these idiots having good mobility. I mean, I'll upgrade him. Yeah, this one. Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Yeah, her mistake was trusting the high school girl in my like, yes, surely this girl, who I know for a fact from approaching her previously, is something to do with this boy, possibly in love with him. She definitely will allow me to take him away and get him murdered. But, oh yeah, okay, now we're just gonna go into, like, Ogi being a huge piece of shit. Oh good, and Nina's about to get fucking dunked on and thrown in the bin because she sucks. Yeah, just to be sure, let's give the guy a gun. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off and then turn it back on again.